where I set up a hypothesis, and then, as ever, you'll refute it, because that's pretty much how the format works.
I was planning to agree with you on everything this evening, Gareth.
Yes, I don't think that's what we wrote on the script, was it?
Sorry.
That never happened. But you think about art and technology, and in a sense, I'm going to put it to you that there is nothing new. In other words, the Impressionist painters, for instance, they had oils that they were able to put in tubes that allowed them to go out, painting with their easels. It made everything more portable, and that's how landscapes came about in Impressionist painting. They were using technology. Tonight we're just talking about digital technology.
Actually, you're right. There is no real distinction there between the different sorts of technology that are used by artists or have been used by artists throughout the ages, right from the early cave painting to sculptures to what's happening now. The things that digital technology makes possible, however, allow artists to engage with audiences in different ways, allow them to share their practice in different ways, and open up a whole new range of possibilities. And just as digital technologies are changing so many aspects of the way we live our lives, so they're starting to change the environment within which cultures exist and within which art is conceived and practiced. So I think this is a point of significant change. It doesn't mean you can't revert to doing something that looks like traditional art. It does mean that new possibilities begin to exist, and some people are starting to explore it.
Right, so agreement is breaking out. I'm sure that'll change. But let's make the most of it and meet our other guests in the meantime. On stage here in London is Honor Harger. She's a curator and artist, and is also director of digital culture agency Lighthouse, which is one of the organisers of the Brighton Digital Festival. And in fact, we met Honor at that festival back in September last year. So it's nice to have you along, Honor. And you've been doing a fair bit of travel. You have lots of travel plans for the year ahead. You just come back from New York, haven't you? So what's the digital art scene like over there?
Well, it's actually one of the sort of global centres for art and technology historically, going right back to the 1960s with the work of experiments in art and technology, and great shows about a decade ago by the Whitney Museum of Art and the New Museum. And now we're seeing centres like I-Beam and the Meatpacking District really acting as incubators for digital artists, particularly artists who have a focus on open source technologies and free culture. And just around the corner from there, we've got Bitforms Gallery, which is a commercial space that is really trying to make the case for digital art as part of the art market.
All right, well, we're going to hear more from you as we go along. Also on the line from Stavanger in Norway is Corey Archangel. He's a Brooklyn-based computer artist, performer and curator. One of his best-known works is Super Mario Clouds. Now, this is where a hat, Nintendo, is made to show the Super Mario game stripped of everything, but it's clouds. Now, his exhibition Pro Tools in New York was definitely one of the talking points on the art scene last year. In fact, Honor just alluded to the New York scene there as well. Corey, it's nice to have you on the programme, but before we actually hear you talk, you, as well as everybody else here in the Radio Theatre and people listening at home, might be wondering if it's just their imagination, or can they hear ping pong balls rolling down a ramp. So it's okay, everything's all right, folks. We will explain what that's about. We'll get to that. But Corey, first of all, you describe yourself as someone who plays pranks with computers. So how do you make those pranks into art?
Oh boy, I think that it basically comes down to just saying that it's art. It's not more complicated than that sometimes.
Okay, so but there's a mischievousness about your work.
Yeah.
live for the broadcast. So what we've invented is it's a ping pong ball launcher, and every time someone on Twitter uses the hashtag BBC Click or BBC Click Radio, it will release a ping pong ball from the big tube at the top. It's about 6 feet high here on the stage with some custom laser cut equipment that Charles here has put together. At the end of the show, Tom here has put together with some motors, some Lego and a cardboard tube a device that will send all those accumulated ping pong balls into the audience. Probably about the third row back in the middle. Okay. So if you're sitting there and you have an umbrella, that would probably be a good start. But yes, so every time someone sends in one of those tweets, BBC Click Radio, anything like that, it will pick it up and it will prompt. There it goes.
Excellent. So literally, so that is a tweet coming in. So people tweeting on the hashtag, and obviously it's red rag to a bull. You tell people out on Twitter to do this, and the ping pong balls go absolutely crazy. So you're going to be finessing this device. In fact, Charles is just stepping up on a step ladder at this point as well to reload the ping pong balls. We're going to leave it there. We're going to keep coming back to this during the programme just to see how it's going. So people out there in Radio Land and Twitter Land, keep those tweets coming in.
Oh, I think they're going to.
I do believe that may be the case because you've actually got a counter that says how many balls have been released so far as well.
Yeah, we're currently running at 21 and rising.
Right. Okay. So I guess probably